It's interesting because my channel has had so many ups and downs over the years, and just over the last couple of days, it almost feels like it did back in 2014 when things were kind of rolling and people were coming to my channel for information and stuff like that. So I want to thank you all for stopping by and watching the videos. Hopefully you guys enjoy them. I think a lot of people are talking about Xbox. It's clearly the topic of the day, the week, the month, the year. So that's not going to stop anytime soon. The interesting part about today is I wanted to dispel sort of a rumor that was going around, particularly about the Xbox brand itself. Now, this is something that, that's been started. There's a lot of rampant rumors going out right now about Xbox. Some of them probably started in some kind of truth. Some of them maybe not. Who knows? Could be disgruntled employees that got fired or laid off recently. I'm not really sure. But this one about Xbox possibly rebranding and losing the Xbox branding itself. And then this was a rumor that started earlier in the day, and it was kind of corroborated a little bit with the tweet of GameStop, who said, join us 2:10 for Xbox Demo Day. Come play new Xbox games on Xbox Series X and S, plus explore the benefits of Microsoft Game Pass. Ooh. Well, we all know that it's Xbox Game Pass, right? So why would they be calling it Microsoft Game Pass? There's been a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors, a lot of different things kind of just going on in general when it comes to Xbox lately. And so people think, maybe they're going to rebrand it. There's been rumors that Phil Spencer wouldn't even be talking this upcoming week. It's going to be Satya Nadella, and they're just going to basically tell us how it is, and it's going to be all, this or that. And I really, really think that, Microsoft is probably scrambling a little bit right now. I obviously think that they are seeing this backlash and some of the stuff that's going on with the fans and things like that. But I also think that clearly, Xbox has a name, Xbox has something that is worthwhile. And whatever the case may be, like if Phil Spencer, I don't hate Phil Spencer. I don't think Phil Spencer is this or that or the other thing. I think Phil Spencer legit was trying to save Xbox. Satya Nadella is like, why are we even in gaming? They want to do just services, and Phil came up with Game Pass as an idea. Game Pass grew really, really well because the pandemic was going on. That's over. They were expecting to be at like 50 million or more Game Pass subscribers by now. By all accounts, even with Game Pass Core, they're probably at, who knows what, 35 million. So that's a far cry from the 50 million that they needed to be at this point to maybe be sustainable. You have to remember that they started buying Activision 2 years ago, so they were still riding high on that whole thing. They've made some blunders along the way. When they launched the Xbox Series X and S, they had no real content, no first-party exclusives, nothing to really push it. Sony did. You also had a situation where Microsoft was investing the Series X, the consoles that they did have, into the blades or the data centers to run cloud gaming because they thought people would be really jumping on that. That didn't really happen either. So, it's just one of those things where they made these wrong bets, and now they don't have any really infrastructure for cloud, or they're not trying to improve it at any rate. And we're also starting to see that they have all these different studios and things like that, and they're getting pressure from the higher ups to make money and things. But to me, it's very strange. Like, people go, well, what did Microsoft need to do? Like, what did Microsoft expect? The Activision deal would close, and 2 seconds later, before anything is even released, that Xbox was going to have a huge bump in sales or whatever. Like, it was never going to work that way. And the Activision stuff was never going to be exclusive. You didn't even get to see if it would react to, Call of Duty being in Game Pass day one. It was really just odd to see everything that we're seeing. And so, to me anyway, it just never really made sense. So, again, we do have some interesting things going on. People are saying one thing, some people are saying, oh, it's not as bad. Listen, maybe here's how I stand on this. If you open up your base to, okay, well, we're just going to do certain games or this or play it by ear or whatever, that's not placating me, right? that means you're leaving yourself open to do more of that later down the road. This could be a situation where some people leaked that it's going to be this, that, Gears, this, that, the other thing. And so maybe a few games wouldn't sound as bad in comparison when they come out next week, right? Because, if they come out and go, okay, well, yeah, we wanted to put, some of these smaller games on there, Hi-Fi Rush and, this, I think some people might go, okay, well, that's not bad, right? And then that opens the door. They got their foot in the door to do more of that. And I think that leads down a dangerous path. So for me, I think that you can't really allow any first-party games into there. So, honestly, I'm interested to hear what they have to say. Like all my games are my digital games anyway. I'm not going to buy any more until something is kind of proven. And then even then, like, do I believe them? I don't know. But anyway, about this Microsoft Game Pass thing, people are thinking that it's just going to be rebranded Microsoft Gaming. It was kind of confirmed that that's not the case from multiple outlets. It was just a mistake by GameStop or whatever, or whoever. So, at the end of the day, I feel like that is something that's kind of happening or whatever. A lot of people were out there kind of saying this, and they said to put the fire out before it starts. GameStop just came up with Microsoft Game Pass themselves. The brand is still Xbox Game Pass, PC Game Pass with no planned changes. So, again, we'll have to wait and see how this kind of works out. Now, as for me, people, again, still ask me, are you an Xbox guy? Are you this? Like, I like Xbox. I think Xbox is good. They just so badly kick themselves in the rear end, right? I just do not understand how they can continually do that. Where they go and it seems like they got things going, and then stuff like this happens. Like, I mentioned this, I did a very rare appearance on Mooch's show the other day. It was a Monday, and I was talking a little bit about this stuff, and I'm like, what's super interesting to me is Sony had one of the worst years they've ever had last year, right? Layoffs, canceled games, delay of 6 or 7 games, studio closures, one first-party game the entire year, but nobody was talking about it because everybody was so obsessed with talking about negative stuff around Xbox. Oh, Starfield sucks. Oh, Microsoft's going third-party. Oh, right? Like, this is literally exactly what kind of destroys Xbox. So when you see that and you go, okay, I don't understand how that could even happen, to be quite honest about it. So, again, they're not changing anything. They're not doing anything. So we'll see. We'll see. What do you guys think? Let me know down below, man. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews. If you enjoy the content, like it, share it out. Maybe consider subscribing. It does help out the channel. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.